Previously on Survivor. Old tribe lines crumbled and alliances were up in the air after Bryce voted out Darren.
Like, it's all crazy. We don't know what's going on now. Like,
At the Survivor auction, the Castaways bid on food items, and Shawnee bought a mystery in a bottle.
I'm really curious what Shawnee got her a mystery bottle.
Back at camp, Shawnee read the mystery note, which was a clue to the hidden immunity idol.
The biggest bush ahead you see in the grass beneath is the idol will be.
If found and played during a future tribal council, could save her from elimination. At the immunity challenge, Greg outbalanced the others and won immunity. You are safe for the next tribal council. At tribal council, Cam joined the ex-Ollie members to vote out Ryan. Ryan, tribe spoken. 7 are left. Who will be voted out next?
We knew it had to be done. I mean, probably one of the stronger guys here, probably the strongest guy here, maybe him and Cam.
Ben.
Is Ben if I can get the first bit.
If he's the only one, he can grab the lid, dish himself up some, and then as long as the rest of you guys are okay.
That was hard because he was my ally from the beginning. But I talked to him and he said, they're going to get me either way, just go with it, otherwise it'll be awkward. And I said, okay. So that's what happened.
Well, technically I didn't vote out Ryan. I definitely did the bubble letters for Cam. I mean, that was going to happen, and I felt like it's probably necessary. He's a very powerful player.
Hey, we have plates too. Should I get plates?
You have plates?
What the heck? They gave us plates.
You guys?
Sure.
Hey,
Plates. Get the plates in the
we've
cups.
had them for like 5 hours.
Pepper.
And pepper.
I think I'm gonna do the exact same thing I did last time. I'm gonna go with the flow, see where it takes me, and when I find an opportunity, I'm gonna strike.
That just got really uncomfortable.
Awkward. That is an awkward.
It wasn't awkward. It was just, I was literally just uncomfortable. 2 girls, Shawnee, and Chelsea, are who we want to get out next, and then the 5 guys left. We were talking about it a little while ago, and we decided, you know, from here let's just throw out all the windows. I mean, I told Bryce, I said, you know, I told Chris final 2, I told you final 2, and I told Chris the same thing. Let's put that aside. I mean, who cares? Let's go out there and basically just whoever wins immunity idol, figure it out from there. Stronger person, you gotta win it if you want to survive. That's the way I think it should be. I'd rather go up against the toughest guys that I can, rather than than taking somebody who I know I can beat in the final 2. I'd rather actually earn it.
We are looking for our hidden immunity idol. Well, especially we're really worried because we just got wind of Greg's all-guy alliance.
Is it in parchment paper?
Cam is so athletic. And like, I think that
But who else are we gonna bring? Bryce?
Bryce or Ben, I think.
Because I feel if either of them get into the final 2, they're gonna win.
You think?
I feel that's a very high possibility.
Well, I think what's gonna happen is if we get us 3 plus some random person, we don't know who yet. We haven't decided.
Yeah, and I'm willing to be flexible there.
I think it'll probably be you and one of us.
I would hope for that, but
Yeah.
I can't. I mean, obviously.
But I don't see us beating. Who can beat? need to get down there with Bryce and Ben.
Ben's a monkey.
So, I feel like if Ben stays in the game too long, he's going to be one of those that just kind of like slides by every time and ends up winning.
Yep, he could. He's a strong competitor.
So
if Greg wins immunity, what are we going to do? Who are we going to vote out? Because I think, okay.
What are our votes?
Because, okay, we've got us three, and then you said Cam's going to go with you.
I think Cam would go with me. It should be us 4.
Because Cam's been trying to get rid of Ben.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll go for Ben.
Chris. I don't see why. Why is Chris doing this? I think that Chris thinks that he can get far enough in and beat us. But I think that we need to get him out early on. Everyone knows there's an aisle out there, and I'm pretty sure that I have it. But
I think what you should do is you just let somebody see the clue and go like to these big bushes and like be like, I keep looking and I can't find it.
Chelsea and Chris know, because they have been my biggest alliance thus far. But Chris thinks that Chelsea is a no. Pretty much everyone thinks that Chelsea is a no. I don't want them to think that Chelsea and I are getting too close or trying to work together too much. So, ready for a challenge?
No, I'm not. I'm ready for a nap, and then maybe a challenge.
I'm ready for a cheeseburger.
That too.
I'm ready for a beer tonight.
Ditto.
Are you sure you're ready for a beer? I don't know if I've heard that enough. Are you ready for a beer?
I'm ready for a beer.
I want a steak.
He is so ready for it.
I want a non-alcoholic beverage such as a Pepsi. That Pepsi we got for reward challenge for sure was tasty.
And a shower. I'd be down with a shower.
Oh, I'm fantasizing. I've been fantasizing about shower for like the last 2 days.
Just trying to get those strong competitors out of the way in the beginning.
I'm guessing it's going to be like a memory type of thing.
Yeah, but what does that have to do with our camp?
Memorize the camp.
It says, observation is key in this game of wits. Take a good survey of your camp, every inch, every bit. Fail to heed this warning to check your home. Risk leaving this land where the llamas roam.
Once Bryce switched and got Darren out, then the tribal lines crumbled. So it's been kind of a realignment, which has been kind of interesting.
And then guys, line up in front of the clothesline right here. Alright, first things first. Greg, gotta get the immunity necklace back from you. Immunity is back up for grabs. Your female warned you to take a look around your camp because today's immunity challenge will prove who best knows their camp and what's in it. While you guys were away, 10 items were taken from your camp. You all will have 5 minutes together to survey the camp and try to figure out which items went missing. At the end of that 5 minutes, you'll be asked to recall those items, and the person who can recall the most will win immunity. Does that make sense? I'm going to pass it out to you. The trick is you guys are all going to look at the camp together, so be sure to cover your answers.
Do we have to write them down, or can we just
use 5 minutes?
We have something to
What was in that bucket?
I don't know. What was in that bucket?
orange plate was gone. The big price is gone. Okay.
1 minute. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Finish up whatever you're writing. Come line up back along your clothesline. All right. When you're done, hand them over to me. I will tally the results, and I'll be back with the winner of immunity. Can I take your markers too? All right, after tallying the results, we have a three-way tie between Chris, Shawnee, and Chelsea. Here's how it's going to work. I'm going to hand you back your notebooks. Can you guys stagger yourself so there's at least one person in between each of you? Grab a pen. Make sure it's one that works. You can write on the back, find a blank page. Here's the tiebreaker question. One of the 10 items that went missing was a black bucket from your shelter filled with different contents. There were 11 items in that bucket. You will have 1 minute to write down as many items that were in that black bucket in your shelter as possible, starting now. Go.
Hopefully you got that.
After a first tiebreaker, we still have a tie between two people.
Oh God.
Chris, you had 4 right. Shawnee and Chelsea, you each had 6 right.
Oh God.
Which means, Shawnee and Chelsea, this is your tiebreaker question. I'm okay.
I had 6 out of the 7 right.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Do you have a marker? Okay, this is as trivial as it gets. In the bucket, there were 2 boxes of matches. How many total matches were in that bucket? The person who comes closest to that number without going over will win. So how many total matches were in that bucket? Fine. All right, Shawnee, what'd you write down?
50.
50. How would you write down, Chelsea?
32.
There are 34 matches.
Yeah.
Which
I totally like.
Well, because I knew that there was 24 matches in each.
Oh,
All
I
right.
didn't know that.
Congratulations, Chelsea.
Chelsea.
You are safe at the vote. Someone else is going home. I'll see you guys at Tribal Council. Thanks for letting me visit.
Good job.
I really think I'm safe, and I'm just gonna write this off as just kind of a blown challenge that I'm not really gonna be affected by.
As soon as we figured out what it was, I knew I wasn't gonna get it. Not that observant about stuff like that. I was hoping something was put into our camp, not something was taken from our camp. So.
I remember looking on the box because I was using matches the first day, like putting them in there. But so I wanted to make sure.
It went well. I'm happy that Chelsea won, and things should go according to plan. Tribal Council. She didn't need it, but we need to make sure a certain person didn't have it.
I have a sneaking suspicion I'm going out, just because I feel like they know if any physical challenge comes up, I'm going to be a big guy to do it, and with my foot feeling a whole lot better today, I mean, it's going to make a huge difference and possibly put me the front of the chopping block. So I was like, there's no way I'm going to miss it. I'm going
I was
home.
like, I don't have time to take it out. Let's go.
What the heck? You're long enough as expected. All of us are.
I remember that remark.
I figured we'd make it. I figured we'd make it to the final 9. But
I figured Ollie'd get wiped.
I thought we were gone.
I thought
we were gone last night.
I thought so too. Greg's getting awfully cocky, and so I'm worried about him. I think he might be a bit of a threat. He's getting too full of himself. He thinks he has this game in the pocket, and he's doing too much wheeling and dealing. And Cam doesn't lie, so.
Cam doesn't lie. So straight out, he's voting for me. If I didn't win it, I mean, to me it really didn't matter who won it. And hopefully, if everything goes as what everyone's saying, Ben someone going out, but...
Greg trying to take Ben out because you want Ben to vote Greg off?
No.
He's actually going for Ben now.
Yes, Greg is going for Ben right now.
Why?
I think Greg is trying to target Ben. Ben about beat him on the last challenge. Greg wouldn't have got immunity if I'm sure we have.
I actually packed up this time, so shows you how confident I am. What I've been worried about is this will be the deciding vote whether or not the old tribes are still in existence, even slightly. Because if they vote me out, then it's clear that they're going to take out Cam and Bryce as well. So, I mean, this will be sort of the deciding factor, because we've been acting like it's been free-for-all, and I'm hoping it is, because that makes things a little more fun and interesting, but if not, then this is sort of the moment.
I think I'm safe for this tribal council, just because of the people I've been talking to.
I think Cam is too fierce of a competitor. I think he would, if it came down to it and he was in the top 3, he would probably win. He's a likable guy.
Couple in the finals too.
Oh no, see, we don't want that. Because the thing is, like, if Chelsea and I were to go top 3, and then only one of us went to the top 2, there's no way either of us would win. Because no one's gonna vote for the couple, like, made it to the top.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
It's gotta be the one person on top.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
At the very end, it's gonna be. It's not like how good you are, how fast you are, how strong you are. It's what alliances you made.
Yeah.
And
what
that's why you love Survivor.
I mean, it seems like there's bigger threats out there than the 2 of us, which is stupid, but I think I love it. Did find the hidden immunity idol this morning. Yeah, I think we have Final 4 at least. Me and Shawnee.
Alright, welcome to your first tribal council of day 3 of Survivor. Before we get started, we need to bring in the members of our jury. Darren and Ryan, join us. Remember, the jury is here just to observe and not to make comments to them. Welcome to your first tribal council of day 3 of Survivor. Chelsea, you're wearing the necklace. How does it feel to have a win?
Feels pretty good. I didn't think I would win one, so I'm surprised.
Think you'll be holding on to it tonight?
Yes.
Shawnee, how does that make you feel having Chelsea win immunity? You were so close to winning.
You know, I mean, she won it fair and square. I think that challenge was a bit more about luck than actual memorization.
Chelsea disagrees.
I'm just a genius.
Or Chelsea's just a genius.
Greg, as a challenge competitor, how did it feel to lose that one?
It sucks. I know I'm one of the first people on the chopping blocks. I never get one of these people's lists, so I mean, some of the strongest competitors got to go. I mean, it really sucked. I needed that.
Ben, at this stage in the game, what are people basing their votes on?
I don't know, probably more on the competitive side, who could really be a threat, either in terms of the last 2 or any competition for immunity.
Bryce, what do you think is a bigger issue? People who are threats or alliances and trust?
I think threats, because no matter like what alliances you form, it's still only going to be one in the end. So it's just who's going to be a bigger threat to you, like up until the end, really.
So how do you balance that, Chris? Threats versus maybe what if you're aligned with a threat? How do you deal with that?
You have to ask yourself where you want to go in the game. Do you want to be there at the final 2, maybe the sole survivor? If you want to do that, then you probably need to get rid of that threat, because the threat probably looks really good in the jury's eyes.
And finally, Cam, what are you basing your vote on?
Just like what people have been saying, I'm basing it on the biggest threat, so.
All right. Well, with that, it is time to vote. Cam, you're up.
You knew it was coming. You're an awesome competitor. It was a lot of fun competing with you. Good luck, man.
Yeah, a deep felt love and respect for you. Also a fear. Fear going back to my ancestors. First being chased through the hills by the wild men known as Bigfoot.
Advertise the votes. Once the vote's been read, the decision is final. That person will have to leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote, Shawnee. Second vote, Greg. So one vote Shawnee, one vote Greg. Greg. That's 2 votes Greg, 1 vote Shawnee. Greg. That's 3 votes Greg, 1 vote Shawnee. Third member of the jury, Greg. Greg, I'm going to ask you to bring me your torch. Greg, the tribe has spoken. Yes, you go. Bye, Greg. Alright, it seems like you guys voted out the biggest threat. You are down to 6. Grab your torches and head back to camp. Next time on Survivor.
I see the guy's probably forming an alliance against Shawnee.
He's not been the smartest cookie.
Once I find an opening, take him out.
Me and Chris have actually made a pact to go final 2.
Ben and Cam are the 2 I'm most physically worried about.
I think that we just need to calm down and see.
I'm perfectly calm.
Great time, fun game. You know, I do take it as a compliment that I was voted out and being the biggest threat this early, because I mean, I knew I was going in physical challenge. I could beat them all. I mean, Chris, me, and Shani, and Chelsea pretty much got that whole thing started with those 2, with the first 2 out, and then I mean, you know what? Great time. We'll see who wins.